Attention please. This is a final boarding call. Passengers for Qatar Airways flight 069 to Frankfurt.
This is my Schengen visa. Finally got it. If you got your Schengen visa on the first attempt, if you've been denied a Schengen visa or any visa, let's gather on the comment section.
Come on over, let's pick up where we left off.
Good morning, guys. To my new subscriber, if you're seeing this face for the first time, my name is Julia Barbara and I am based in Doha. It sounds so bad that I always disappear and come back all of a sudden, but life is lifing, and I'm not so good with doing vlogs. Like, I'm so good with doing sit-down videos, talk about something, edit the video and then get it done. But when it comes to vlogs, I'm so bad about it, because I feel like with vlogs you have to be having things that you're doing so that the vlog can have some content. I'm camera shy, using a camera in public, talking to myself. I always feel like people are looking at me, but basically I saw a video of someone saying that no one cares. Another thing is also the reason I don't like vlogging that much. I always feel like vlogging will make me put my life out there. There are some things I always feel like they're supposed to be where they are, and there are some things that can be on the camera. So with vlogging, it can limit you, because with vlogs you have to be very active, especially the vlogs that I see people do, like wake up with me, do that, blah blah blah. I love them. I really love them, but with time maybe that will change. But anyways, how are you all doing? Thank you so much for the new subscribers. I think we are now at 11,000. Last time I checked, I think we're 11,300 and something, which I'm very grateful. And especially for those people who have been asking me where I am here, I am back. And so I'm currently preparing to travel, and I felt like it's the best time for me, to vlog a little bit. Probably this video might be very helpful to someone. So today is actually the travel day. Yesterday I went to do my hair, and if I tell you, it took ages. Guys, if you're visiting Qatar, just know it's quite expensive to do your hair. Do you know how much this hair cost me? The reason you always see me with wigs is because I'm a very budget person. A lot of people have this misconception that, for you to wear a wig, you have to be expensive. Like, wigs are expensive. But guys, hear me out. If I tell you, if I compare wearing wigs and doing braids, I will definitely always go for wearing wigs, especially if you are living in Dubai, Qatar, or probably somewhere abroad. I am 100% sure you'll agree with me on this. Wigs are the most cheapest things that you can afford if you're living abroad, because doing braids in Qatar, it can cost you almost 300 to, let's say it will start, if you get someone who is doing it at home, it will cost you probably like let's say probably 150 riyals and above. But if you go to a salon, it will cost you like 300. So this cost me like almost 350 riyals. I did that yesterday. I also did my nails, which I do really love, but I feel like they're a little bit long for my liking, and I was thinking of cutting them. Probably they're nice. I won't say they're not nice, you can see, but for me it's the length. I did them before yesterday. They're quite nice. I love them. But one thing I don't like is this finger. I don't like the pink. I wanted some nude, but I don't know why she did this color. And one thing about me, I can be silent when someone is doing something probably that I don't like, but I hope we're gonna change that. I'm currently having my breakfast and then I start packing my bags. One mistake that I did a SHEIN order last minute, and now I'm sitting here hoping that they will deliver that thing today, because I am a last minute person. Luckily this time I'm flying with Qatar Airways, so there is no way I'm going to Dubai for a transit. I'm so excited about that. This is what I'm having at the moment. I'm having coffee with oats. This is Greek yogurt, by the way, plain Greek yogurt, and I'm having some nuts. So I've just finished having my breakfast, and now I want to start packing my bags. I don't know why, I feel like I'm not gonna get my SHEIN order. I actually don't blame them if I don't get to get that package because it's my fault. Tell me why I've been having this order on my cart about, I think, a month. And then each and every time I go on SHEIN, I try to remove some stuff and then add some stuff. And then last minute, ordered those stuff last week on Sunday. And usually in Qatar, they deliver within like a week or 4 days. I think the last vlog I was doing last time, that's the same time I got another order from SHEIN. Personally, I don't order from SHEIN every now and then, but I needed some stuff and that's why I did the last minute order. I've been tracking my package and it's already in Qatar, and I even got a message today morning saying that your package has been departed from the, I think, warehouse. So fingers crossed, because sometimes I get my packages in 5 days or 4 days. Please, SHEIN, do your magic. Anyway, I want to get ready, pack my bags, and I can't even believe that I got this ticket for Qatar Airways because I usually try to travel cheap. So I usually go with Fly Dubai. If you've ever taken Fly Dubai, you know how cheap that flight is. But the problem is you'll have to transit in Dubai for approximately 10 hours. Usually the minimum you can get is maybe 9 hours or 8, but most of the time I get 10 hours, and I really hate that. Like, being at the airport for almost 10 hours is too much, especially if you have to travel again for the next 5 hours. So this time round I finally booked Qatar Airways. I got the same price that I usually fly with Fly Dubai, but that's if you book early in advance. I didn't book early, but at least it wasn't like a last minute thing like what I usually do. So at least I'm happy about that. There is no going to Dubai for about, I think, 10 hours, and the flight is supposed to be 5 hours. So imagine to travel from Doha to Dubai for, I think, 1 hour, and then the time you get there, you have to stay there for almost 10 hours and wait for your flight and then fly again for 5 hours. Anyways, I'm happy I'm not doing that this time round. I feel like it's so tiresome. I don't like flying. But just know, if you're planning to travel to any Middle Eastern countries, I feel like life is getting so expensive. Even if we don't pay tax in Middle East, but it's quite expensive. Things are getting expensive, like transportation, food, renting, all that. I'm gonna do a video and at least talk about cost of living and all that. I think I've done a video already, but I think I need to do an updated one because we are in 2024, things are different. I'm gonna do that, but now let's start packing. This time I'm traveling very light. I'm gonna take this backpack with me. Never travel with a backpack. This will be my first time. I don't know how it will be. Traveling to Europe, you will have to pay for luggages. With my ticket, Qatar Airways gives me 30 kg with 7 kg hand luggage. But what I've realized is the flights inside the Schengen, they only allow you a carry-on. It has to be, I think, 7 kgs. I think that's what Fly Dubai does, because Fly Dubai, it sounds cheap, but if you want to have more luggage, you have to pay for that. But with Qatar Airways, at least on that ticket, they give you 30 kg, sometimes even 40 kg, depending on where you are going. Qatar to the country I'm going to, I am okay having 30 kgs from Qatar Airways, but because I will be traveling around Schengen country, if you want to add your luggages, you better pay in advance on the ticket while you are paying for the ticket. So the first flight that I will be taking from my final destination in Europe to the other country, I bought a ticket online, and for the flight ticket, I already paid for my luggage already, which is 23 kg. Because if you go to pay at the counter, you'll have to pay more for that 23 kg. So I paid that already. Hopefully they will not stress me. So that's why I'm trying to be on the safe side, and that's why I'm taking this backpack with me as well. Because also, if you've ever been to Europe, just know moving around, if you're having big suitcases, it's hectic. And even when I was in Romania, I noticed the luxury that we get in Qatar, once you get to the airport, things are very smooth. The trolley is there. In Romania, I think I didn't pay for the trolley, but I don't know to the other countries that I'm going to now if I'm supposed to pay for the trolleys. In Qatar, when you get to the airport, there is, first of all, Wi-Fi. The airport is so nice. You can agree with me on the comment section. Even if you take the train from the airport, it's not that stressful as Europe. Because something else that I noticed also when I visited Romania, people are very nice and friendly and all that. That's what I encountered. But another thing is, people are not helpful. So if you have your 50 kg suitcases, no one will help you. And because I'm going to be taking different trains, I would rather have my backpack and only my suitcase, things I can handle. That's why I decided to bring this backpack this time. And this is the suitcase that I'm taking with me. This is the most stressful situation I have at the moment, but I just want to be on the safe side. I think even though Qatar Airways has allowed me to take 30 kg, what I'm going to do is, because the other flight that I'm going to take, it's only 23 kg, so I'll have to make sure that this bag is 23 kg and this backpack has to be at least 7 kg. I don't know why, but I feel like in traveling to Europe, I know for sure Qatar is way too expensive than Europe in so many ways, but I'm going to do a sit-down video where I'm going to talk about the difference, because at least now I can compare life in Qatar and life in Europe. Of course, there are some things that are very expensive in Europe if you compare to Qatar, but Qatar is quite expensive. Something else, I'm going to also do a sit-down video talking about my visa process. Getting the Schengen visa is not easy. I don't know, that has to be like a whole video on its own. If you have ever been denied a Schengen visa, or if you got your Schengen visa immediately when first time you tried and you got it, please comment down below. I'm gonna do a sit down video and talk about how to apply for a Schengen visa, how I got my Schengen visa, and all that. So you can put all the questions on the comment section. If you got your Schengen visa on the first attempt, I salute you. If you have ever been denied a Schengen visa, please comment down below. Guys, I don't know, I won't say it's only Schengen visa, but I can say any visa. Forget about the Middle East country visas. These are very easy visa to get. But I'm happy to say that finally, this is my passport, by the way. This is a Kenyan passport. So this is my Schengen visa. I finally got it. Yes, I'm gonna do a separate video where I'm going to explain in details on how you can apply for a Schengen visa if you have been denied or if you've never tried it. I'm gonna talk about so many things, the documents and all that. It's not easy, but finally God did his thing and we are here and we are finally traveling. I will try to at least share every process, like once I get there, how was the immigration, the questions that I ask at the immigration, and all those things. Maybe try to share the cost of transportation, accommodation. I like sharing useful information. I'm not here to talk about my life or showing off things like that. This is not the channel. If you are here for that, this is not the channel. For me, I like sharing useful information, things that I know even in the next 10 years someone will just come back to my channel and watch that. Make sure you come with me through the entire journey. I know I've been talking too much, but I feel like also the information that I was sharing is very, very useful. If that's the information that you're looking for, then you're gonna get it on this channel. Rather than that, there is nothing much. I'm just here still praying and fingers crossed that SHEIN delivers my order. I will let you know what happened. Finally, my SHEIN order has arrived. So let me quickly show you what I got. So I ordered these shoes from SHEIN, which this time round, I'm not disappointed. I really, really love them. You can see how they look. I know the heel is not that high, but this is what I wanted. So I ordered one pair of these. Then I ordered these two sandals, exactly as what I wanted. And then I ordered this for my passport, which is exactly what I ordered. And I ordered this as well. I needed it. It's so nice. The material is very, very good. Ordered these bands, this kind of bands. And I ordered this tag for my bags. I had one, but apparently they came in two, so that's fine. I also went ahead to order some panties. Just trying to show you how the quality looks like. Something else I ordered is this top, which I love. I ordered something similar before, but in color black. But this time around, I ordered a white one, which looks very cute. Ordered two dresses. I kind of don't like this dress. I don't know why. It's short, and I was even thinking of going size small, but luckily I took a medium size, but still it's a little bit, probably if I wear it, I'm gonna maybe insert a picture here, but that one I'm not in love with it that much. I also ordered this dress. Probably I'm gonna share the same pictures on SHEIN here as I show you. I'm just doing a very quick video because I'm trying to wind up with my packing, but I'm happy because they delivered it. So I ordered this dress as well. I don't like the material. I definitely expected the material could be this one, but I was just giving it a try because I've ordered a jumpsuit before and the material was very nice. But yeah, it's a long black dress, very nice. Material is not exactly what I expected, but in my head I was like, they might bring this kind of material because I don't like this material. Before I ordered something, a dress in the same material that I didn't want, that's what I got. Anyway guys, that's it. That's everything that I ordered. This time round I can say that I'm so happy with most of the things apart from this dress, the black dress, but rather than that, I love everything. So let me continue packing my stuff, and then probably the next time you'll see me, I'll be at the airport. I am back after a long time of packing and preparing. I'm finally ready and I'm leaving the house now. It's already 12 a.m. and my flight departure at 2:50 a.m. so I need to start going. Anyway, I'm ready guys. This is how I'm dressed up. I'm just wearing a simple outfit. I don't know how I'm going to if I get a mirror at the airport, I'm gonna show you my OOTD. So let me now call an Uber and get ready to go. Let me show you my luggages. So these are my two luggages. This is my backpack and this is my bag. You see how this thing comes in handy. So this is like 10 kg and this is like, it was 5 kg, so I'm good to go. So see you guys on the other side. I have to call my Uber. Finally checked in. Now I'm heading to my gate. Thank you. Just run because I think it's ahead of my gate. You are ahead of me. I'm going to A4 and you're going to A6. So it's just one ahead. But also me, I'm boarding at 1:50, so I need to be there.
الرجاء الانتباه، هذا هو نداء الصعود النهائي. حضرات السادة المتجهة إلى نيروبي، يوجد توجه فورا بالصعود للطائرة عبر البوابة رقم C2.
No, it's still ahead. Let's go.
Final boarding call.
1A. This is 1A.
Qatar Airways flight 1335 to Nairobi are kindly requested to... Attention please. This is a final boarding call. Passengers for Qatar Airways flight 069 to Frankfurt are kindly requested to proceed to the gate for immediate boarding.